Best fruits, herbs, and roots to build muscle.
The best fruits to build muscle will be avocado. The best herbs to use to build muscle will be alfalfa leaf. They actually give alfalfa leaf to horses when horses are on a hay diet and they get very, very fatigued and their bodies start to shut down and they're getting real skinny, to put mass on them. Because notice horses don't eat meat, they're herbivores. So them alfalfa sprouts is full of cellulose, it's full of bioflavonoids, it's biophotons, and the bioavailability of minerals is just super dense in them. So you'll see them on alfalfa sprouts for a week or two and they gain all their mass back. So that's what we use. And then bamboo shoots. Bamboo shoot roots is amazing if you can boil them before you eat them though. Chinese people put a lot of baby bamboo shoots in their rice and stuff like that to keep the molecular structure built. So just look at herbivores and look at frugivores. Your frugivores are your primates and these are your gorillas. Study what gorillas eat and notice gorillas are the most muscular things in the jungle. They don't work out. But yet you see they pecs, you see they triceps and they biceps, you see they forearms. They don't work out though. It's because of what they're eating. And then, look at other mammals and look at other herbivores in the forests and what they eat. A lot of people don't realize that the moment you start changing your diet, the body will get rid of what's weak first. And usually what's weak is the adipose tissues. You got 3 types of cells. You have white fatty cells called adipose tissues or adipocytes. Then you have this cholesterol looking one, which is between this white and this brown color. And then you have triple brown fatty tissues. What they're getting rid of is the fatty tissues that you don't need anyway, because it's a bunch of stored up sugar that the body don't even need because it brings you into a state of fermentation, and this brings fungus, and fungus causes cancer. So what we need to do is burn those anyway. So the moment you go on a fast and the moment you change your diet, what happens is you start losing all of them estrogen built adipocyte cells, fatty cells. So people think that that means you getting skinny and losing weight. No, you're getting rid of toxins. Because guess why the body get fat and you get fat cells anyway? It's to store and it's to hide acids, for acids don't destroy the cells. One thing that they hide is estrogen. Estrogen is very acidic, especially synthetic estrogen. So the more estrogen you take in through your diet, the more fat cells you're gonna build up to become a storage for estrogen. That's what these fatty cells are. Adipose tissues is a storage cell for acidic toxins. Once the body rids itself of all the toxins, and once you actually get your stomach into a balance of homeostasis, everything you eat, you'll be able to yield from every different mineral, every different amino acid, and every different bioflavonoid of that food. I have no problem gaining weight. But guess what? I don't have adipose tissue cells. Now, not only do I don't have that, but I eat a very, very good diet. So I can eat anything and gain weight off of it. And the whole thing, everybody always asking about that. Let's start asking the gorilla what he eat. And we don't see him losing no weight. And they got big bellies with big upper strength. Let's ask the horse. That's an herbivore. They don't eat meat. They don't eat none of these so-called proteins. And let's get it straight. All proteins come from plant material. Horses get proteins from plants. Gorillas get proteins from plants. When you look at a feline or what you would call a lion or a tiger, they eat and get their protein, a second metabolic protein from an animal that actually got their protein from a plant. So if we gonna keep it real, we are doing the same things that the carnivore is doing. They're eating this flesh and they only eat flesh that eats plants. So they even know that they need to have these proteins that's essentially from the plant. So I say, let's cut out the middleman. Let's forget killing innocent animals and go straight to the plant source. So that's where you get your protein from. So if you really, really want to gain weight while you on this diet that you're supposed to be on, you have to get rid of the toxins first, because the fatty cells, these adipose tissues, is going to become a storage for the toxins. If you build up more toxins, the DNA is going to go through its transcription. The DNA is going to tell the ribosomes to produce more fatty tissue cells because you have more toxins to store. So when you look at people that's obese or people that's super overweight, that's a lot of toxins, accumulation and coagulated mucus and toxins and broken down cells that they can't get out of their body, because the body have a magnificent way of protecting itself. So before it let all these toxins and toxemias into the bloodstream, it's gonna create these fatty storage cells to store up all of them toxins.